Trip to Venice, the last leg of my European trip earlier this year. I know it's taken me a minute to put out this video, but you know, life got away from me, and I just didn't get around to it. But here it is. And so a lot of this trip was really fun, and ending in Venice was like the mwah to the entire trip. Although it had like the roughest landing of my life, of my entire traveling life. It was the roughest flight in, and it's only because there was like a storm going on, and it was so bad. I didn't think we were gonna crash, but the plane was going like this on the way down, and the stewardesses were like running around like handing barf bags to everyone, because they knew, they're like, the way this flight's going, even if you have like a steady stomach, fuck, that you would get so nauseous too. I got really nauseous, and there was a guy behind me who was having a horrible panic attack, and I felt really bad for him. And I don't think he's ever had a panic attack before with the way he reacted. Not that it's funny, it's not funny at all. Like, I have had horrible panic attacks, and I've luckily never had one on an airplane because I thought I was gonna die. Like, I've had panic attacks for different personal reasons, but that's a horrible time to get one, because poor thing probably really thought we were going down. And so he was immediately behind me. So with his reaction being that way, I started to like get really I was already anxious because of the flight. And I was more anxious because this guy was wailing, crying behind me, like, oh my god, which, oh, poor thing, you know. But fuck, it made me so nervous that I was perspiring so much, and then my hand started to like just stiffen into this claw, and I was trying to like relax it, but like it would just go back to like this. So finally we landed, and in that moment I was like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up now. I haven't gotten motion sick from a flight for a very long time, probably since I was a child. But in that moment I was like, so my body was really going through it, my mind was really going through it, where I thought, I'm like, okay, all right, just like hold it in, just wait. And so when I got there, I was just so happy to be in Venice. Like, I got a water taxi to take me from the terminal, the main terminal, to my hotel, because my hotel was on a separate little island. For all you who don't know, who have never been to Venice, it was my first time. And Venice is just like a series of a bunch of little islands. And so if the main terminal is here, that you arrive to once you're in Venice after landing at an airport and taking a bus to this terminal, you could take like their public transit system is a series of barges and boats that take you across the city to all the different islands. So, because they can't have trains, everything's on water, there's no roads, there's no cars. So the only way to get around is by taxi, and I was so worn out mentally and physically from that flight that I didn't want to take one of the public boats, only because I knew it would take a long time. I'm not adverse to taking public transportation. That's how I mostly get around when I'm overseas, especially in Venice, and I had opportunities to take it later on like the second day of that Venice trip, but I was just so tired. I feel like anytime I land in like a new city, I just want to get to my hotel really as fast as I can and get checked in and get into my bed. Because once I'm like settled in there, I'm like, yes. Plus, like, a lot of the best part of vacations is the hotel. Sorry, might be controversial because I know people travel, but you know, I've been to a lot of these places before, except for Venice. So I just really enjoy a nice hotel. But I'm not staying in like this 4-star, 4 seasons type places. I'm staying in like nice places, but not like mad expensive, because also I was still like traveling on after it, so I had to save money somewhere. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy this vlog. I'm gonna be consistent with putting more out there, but this is gonna be my last video from the Europe trip. I hope you enjoy it. Alright guys. Paris to Venice. It's definitely worth it. God, it's beautiful here. Oh my gosh, look at this. I am so happy to make it. I don't even know. I am so happy to make it. So I'm in the famous steps that inspired the Othello thing. The Othello thing, I know, I'm not that cultured. Yeah, isn't that cool? Tickets are sold out, but I bought it on my apps thing. I got it later. Cool. This is incredible. So glad I booked these tickets. So this is the famous tower. Windy up here, but put my mask down for a second. We're in Venice. See the famous towers. Venice Basilica, I think. This trip has been absolutely amazing. I'm so lucky. So happy.
Oh, devo fare il biglietto.
Hanging out here in Venice, about to eat my cannoli. Not drop my camera in the water. Look how far I am. Last night. Sad to go, but all good things have to come to an end. Since it's my last day, I made a promise to myself to just ride out the full day. Ride out the full day and see everything as the sun is still up. It's much bigger than the one in Vegas, I gotta say. Probably by like a little bit. I was walking through this square in Venice, and there must have been a local football game going on in one of the bars. It was really cool to see just the local people getting together and celebrating, obviously, something that was very important to them. And I find when you're traveling from country to country, the common thing that a lot of cultures have in common with each other is sports, and the idea of gathering together and having this public pride. Everywhere I walked was so beautiful. The sound of water is just so calming. I often found myself lost because every corner looked the same but different, if that makes sense. I don't know, probably doesn't. Something I can say about Venice was the light. The light was absolutely beautiful. I mean, when the city's on the water, is just so magical. I feel like I've seen this somewhere.